Yes, the Ferret Club started in 1980. It started by retired officers and NCOs of the Ontario Regiment with just 9 Ferret Scout cars. There was no museum. And it was an honorary troop that was used for regimental parades. We now have 210 members. Yeah, our members today, it's really expanded from the retired officers and NCOs. So our members today are civilian members, our cadets, our students, our currently serving CAF members and retired military personnel. Yeah, so in the 1990s, I was a 1913 Ontario cadet, and so that was my first introduction to the Ontario Regiment. I later then went on to university, studied history, and rediscovered the regiment and the museum about 10 years ago. I started as a volunteer. I became president of the Ferret Club at one point, and then from there the museum really started to expand, and it was time to hire an executive director. I was the one who was on the spot and could start running.
Well, it's about 25 years ago, I was involved with moving museum artifacts from Parkwood, R.S. McLaughlin's residence, and the Sergeant's Mess in the Ontario Regiment. We moved them down here to this building, and I was a co-curator like 25 years ago when I was a kid. And then I got involved again. My business took off. I got involved again approximately 6 years ago, and slowly started acquiring some vehicles, and a number of the vehicles here I've donated or are on loan. And I got involved with the board, and now I'm the president. I'm in my second year of being the president, and we've established a great team. We're heading it in a new direction, and it's like the sky's the limit. We've reached out, we've networked with other museums, and it's just been, it's exciting. It's exciting what you see here today. With this new building just up, not totally finished yet, but close. And we're looking forward to an amazing summer.
Start soon. Oh, there he is. He's at the thing.
Attention, guests.
Really, it's what we bring to the public. It's something that they cannot experience anywhere else. So it's that uniqueness. It's also, as an organization, since a lot of people have a military background or are in military families, there's that camaraderie that comes all together. People really rely on each other. It's really a very tight and strong team, and that's something that really drew me deeper and deeper into it. Was relying on each other and getting the job done, no matter how difficult it was. That's right, we maintain, restore, and display military vehicles. So sometimes we get a vehicle in great condition and we maintain it. Other times we get vehicles, some of our tanks used to have trees growing through them, and now they're fully restored and operational. Yes, sometimes we have to fabricate. Some parts are available through the Canadian Armed Forces system to us because we are a military museum. But for our older vehicles in our fleet, those parts are not available. So we do have to do some fabrication right here on site. About 2012, we started Tank Saturdays. It was a very small event. Actually, just watching a video of it recently, I think there was more members of the museum than there was members of the public when we'd roll around a few tanks. Now we're seeing 800 to 1,000 regularly at a Tank Saturday, and at our larger event, over 5,000. So it's really grown. We've improved the show. It used to be we would just take a few military vehicles and roll them around the field for people to see and hear. Now we've choreographed the show, we've themed the shows. So for instance, today is the Gulf War. We have a huge collection of over 83 vehicles, so it allows us to do those themes. So today you'll see the vehicles of the Gulf War, learn some of that history of that period, and we also do a deeper explanation of the vehicles.
What motivates me? I have a long history of the military in my family. I was in the Ontario Regiment at 16. I was out at 19. I was back in at 28 years old as an officer, and I served several years. And I've always been close with the regiment. My ties in Oshawa. My grandfather was in World War II. My dad was in the regiment here, my uncle. I mean, it's a family thing. And you see a lot of that with a lot of members here. They have ties to the Ontario Regiment and ties to the community here. In World War II, my great-grandfather was the engineer maintaining the boilers to keep everything heated up here at this RCAF Commonwealth training base that was here. So in the community, very involved. Both my grandmothers were bomb girls in Ajax. They actually made munitions and stuff. So it's kind of steeped in historical or military history. So that's my interest in sharing this with the public as we're doing today. And at 1 o'clock, probably in the next 2 hours, you're going to see a lot of people here. If the indications from last year hold true today, we'll see in excess of 1,000 people here today to see the show. So we're very excited about that. We're always trying to make it interesting, trying to make it interactive. We have rides for people. And we're looking at growing and increasing our public awareness and profile.
Smaller targets with a lower profile than the M60. There's a Leopard tank with a counter shoot.
I would say that there's no other experience like Tank Saturday anywhere in Canada. And actually it's one of maybe 8 museums in the world where you can experience this type of military equipment up close.